This car has something in the boot that's both useful and interesting. It's a heavy-duty air compressor, specifically the ETENWOLF Vortex S6. This machine inflates car, pickup truck, recreational vehicle and bike tyres, as well as boats, balls, mattresses and many other things. That's a lot of things. In this video, we'll see what's in the box, summarise the compressor specification, test it, and then decide whether it's any good. Welcome to CarSpyTV. Right then, there's the box, and if we peep inside, we can see that the compressor comes with its own case, which is fancy. I'm glad the compressor has a case to protect it and to keep all the accessories with it. Otherwise, I would definitely lose the accessories. Within the case, we have the compressor itself, a 45-watt charger, that's pretty fast, a USB-C cable for the charger, and, you'll like this, a quick-release air chuck that can connect, for example, to a car's tyre. And look at this, there's a button on the side there, and when we press that, we can let air out of the tyre, which is handy if it's overinflated. The case also contains detailed instructions, a quick start guide, this calibration certificate, which is far more interesting than it sounds, and this little card here that tells us about the 24-month warranty. Let's now summarise the compressor specification. The ETENWOLF Vortex S6 has an inflation range of 3 to 160 psi. 160 is far in excess of what most things need, so that's good. As for the built-in battery, its capacity is 19,200 mAh, which is substantial. To put that in perspective, the manufacturer says that's enough to inflate 42 car tyres from 28 to 33 psi, and that is way more tyres than I've got. Once flat, the compressor's battery can be charged in 2 hours via the 45-watt charger that came with it. 2 hours isn't long considering how big the battery is, so I'm pleased with that. The Vortex S6 also has 2 cylinders and 2 electric motors, which is more than many of the alternatives. This setup ensures the compressor is fast, which is particularly useful when dealing with larger items such as the tyres on this pickup truck. Let's now have a look at the compressor itself. At the front, we have a large colour screen, which is surrounded by a rotary dial, as well as a button above, below and either side. I'll explain how that works in a moment. We also have this high pressure hose, which is ideal for inflating tyres, and unlike some compressors, this can be unwrapped and tidied away quickly and easily. The high pressure hose can be screwed directly onto a vehicle's tyre, or if you prefer, you can add the quick release air chuck, something like that, and then connect via this piece instead. And speaking of accessories, there are 3 stored along the back here, which can also be connected to the high pressure hose. There's a tapered nozzle, which you might use for balloons, a needle for footballs and so on, and a press to valve converter, which I'll be using on bicycle tyres. Here at the back, we also have a secret door that, when opened, reveals a USB-C and A port for charging, and guess what? We've also got this high volume hose that can be removed just like that. This hose is ideal if you've got a camping mattress or something similar, but where does it plug in? Well, it plugs into the left side of the compressor, specifically this lower hole here if you want to inflate your item, alright? Or if you want to deflate your item, you plug into the top hole up there, something like that. And by the way, this side of the compressor also has a torch which we'll test later. We can't do it now, it's daylight. What we need now is to test the compressor on a car with a flat tyre, and this one all the way down here is as flat as a pancake. It's not as tasty though. We can now turn the compressor on by pressing the top button. There we go. The lower reading is the tyre's current pressure. The upper reading is the target pressure, and we can adjust that by turning the rotary dial clockwise for up and anti-clockwise for down. Bear in mind though that this compressor has different modes, and most of which have a minimum and maximum pressure. For example, as of now we're in car mode, as we can tell by that little picture of a car. And in car mode, the minimum pressure is 8 psi and the maximum is 50. And as we can see, we can't go anything beyond that. If you do want a different mode, you get to it via the button on the right, which unsurprisingly is called the mode button. That is pickup truck mode. That is recreational vehicle. That is for balls. That is when you're using the high volume hose. That is for bicycles, and that is for, what's it called? It's manual mode, where there are no restrictions whatsoever. We can get all the way from 160 down to 3. But of course, for this Ford Mondeo we need car mode, and we'll set it to 32 psi. And now we just press start, which is of course the top button there. The compressor is now finished, and guess what? It only took 3 minutes and 10 seconds to fill that 16-inch tyre, and that is fast. By the way, the compressor doesn't only work in PSI, you can select an alternative if you prefer. Simply press the lower button here, which is called unit, and then we'll swap from PSI to kPa. Press it again, that's bar. Again, that's back to PSI, so take your pick on that. And by the way, this button here on the left is for the torch. Don't panic, I know it's gone dark, but that's only so we can test the torch. Now, this torch has various modes. This one, that is 300 lumens, and it's a nice background light. The next mode, look at that, that's 1000 lumens, considerably brighter, so we can clearly see my coat down here on the floor, whereas it should be in the wardrobe. Now, the next mode is fast flashing, so mind your eyes. There we go, fast flashing. And the one after that is SOS, ... etc. And that's off. Oh dear. This is the instruction manual, which I may or may not have spilt water on. I admit nothing. The good news though is that these instructions are clear, are logically laid out, and actually tell you everything you need to know, and that is a welcome contrast to my recent experiences elsewhere. Does your mind ever go completely blank and you forget what you're about to say? Because that is my scenario now. It was interesting too. I've remembered. The compressor, as it's powered by a big battery, can also charge via this cable devices such as mobile phones, and that's handy because look, I've got one of those. Right then, let's now see how long it takes to pump up this bicycle tyre, which as we can see is absolutely flat. So we have of course set the compressor to bicycle mode, and I've selected 50 psi, which is what I like in this old bike. Are you ready? Steady, go. We're done, and it didn't take long at all. It was in fact 35.54 seconds, if you want to be precise. So, How do we summarise the ETENWOLF Vortex S6? Is it any good? Yes, it's very good, but why? The compressor can inflate anything from big tyres on big trucks all the way down to children's toys, and that's partly because of the wide range of accessories. It also works quickly as it contains 2 motors and 2 cylinders, and the battery is big enough to last for a good long time. Furthermore, the compressor works intuitively, and there are some nice extras such as the torch and the option to charge devices. As for the machine's longevity, well, I can't vouch for that because I've only just got it, but it does feel built to last. There is one small niggle though. The buttons around the central screen are grey, as is the writing on them. I therefore find it tricky to read the writing. A contrasting colour would make life easier. Oh, that's not a big deal though. This compressor, based on my experience so far, is an excellent machine, and I strongly suspect it will be used extensively. Right, that's it. I've got to go out now, but don't forget to subscribe to CarSpyTV. Do me a favour and click like on this video, and I'll see you next time when all my tyres will be perfectly inflated. Bye.